Hello, Voyagers! I'm SuperSynapse, and this is a guide on how to set up and run a node for Voi as well as Algorand using Aust's one-click node. Do note, this video is specifically for macOS, but there are also videos for Windows as well as Linux, which is the most used and considered the most efficient way to run a node. Links to these, as well as many other useful documents, are included in the description. Additionally, more node running options will also be covered in the future, so take this opportunity to like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for those. One of the biggest benefits to Aust's one-click node is not only how easy and simple it is to set up, maintain, and interface with, but also how easy it is to participate in both Voi and Algorand with your node at the same time. More details on that later. Let's start off with the node itself. The minimum recommended specs for a participation node are an 8-core CPU, 16 GB of RAM, 100 GB NVMe SSD or equivalent. I would personally recommend having a terabyte of storage, and 100 megabits per second or higher speed internet connection, preferably 1 gigabit per second with low latency. Something else to note with this is whichever computer you decide to use as a node, you will want to leave it running 24/7. You can do this on a computer you use or have laying around collecting dust, but in many cases, having dedicated hardware is the best way to go. We're not affiliated in any way, but here's an example of what that can look like, and they do go on sale from time to time. Links are also in the description for ease of research. In most cases, nodes like this will also come with Windows pre-installed. Not only will having dedicated hardware like this allow you to leave it running at all times, but it also is significantly more efficient. For example, my main computer tower consumes between 200 and 500 watts, and a dedicated node like the one pictured, which I personally own, clocks in at 20 watts of power. If we calculate electricity at 10 cents per kilowatt, that's the difference between $17.50 per year and over $250 per year just in electricity. Something worth considering. Another quick note for testnet: each person is allowed to have one node per household, or 2 nodes if the second node is in a different location. Alright, let's get on to setting it up. Installing macOS is outside of the scope of this tutorial. If you don't currently have a machine with macOS, I would consider looking into other options such as installing Linux or Ubuntu. But since I'm already set up for macOS, let's start by opening a browser to create our Voi wallet. Although there will be many wallets in the future that support Voi, as of recording, awallet.net is the best wallet currently available. Links in the description. That said, you are able to use traditional Algorand wallets like Para or dfly amongst others for the Algorand node. Before we start the wallet creation, I'm going to go ahead and bookmark this page as we will be coming back to this many times in the future. Add in your desired wallet name, wallet password, and then create your wallet. At this point, you haven't created a seed phrase yet, just your login. By default, a wallet is on Algorand, and if we go to the top right corner and click on the network, then go to the top drop-down and select Voi Testnet. Then go to the New Account tab at the top and click on the Create Basic Account button. Now you have access to both your seed phrase as well as your wallet address. I'll start by copying and pasting my wallet address into a notepad. Do note that we only recommend using this wallet for testnet and do not recommend adding assets of any value into this wallet. Voi seed phrases are compatible with Algorand, but likewise, we do not recommend importing an existing Algorand wallet, especially if it contains anything of value on it. If you plan to also run an Algorand node, use a different wallet address from this Voi wallet we are creating here. While writing down your seed phrase, keep in mind that a wallet has a countdown timer that you can refresh by clicking on it. It will require you to create a new seed phrase if it logs you out before you finish the process. Alright, while you write that down, see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. Double and triple check that what you have written down is correct and start the challenge. Once I answer the question and put in my wallet name, I'm going to click Create Account, and at this point my wallet will now be saved in a wallet. Next, I'm going to join the Voi Discord. Links can be found in the description. Once you're there, go to the channel Rules and Roles, click on the hand to receive the Voyager role, the bar chart icon for the Node Runner role, and hit the green checkmark emoji for the verified role. Now that we have the required roles, let's go to the channel labeled Token Faucet Log. I'll start by typing in /faucet, and a prompt should pop up for Voi Testnet Faucet with an address fill. I'll click in there, copy and paste my address, and hit enter. And fantastic, we just got our first Voi token to start. Do note that we will know if you pull any shenanigans and try to game the system with this testnet faucet, so keep things on the up and up, and remember you are allowed to have up to 2 nodes running at the same time in different locations. Let's go ahead and confirm we received that Voi by going to app.dapflow.org, link in the description, and click on Explorer. And while we're here, let's go ahead and bookmark this page. By switching to the Voi Testnet and pasting our wallet address into the search bar, we can see we have one Voi in our wallet, represented by the Algorand symbol. Okay, our next step is to download Aust's one-click node from the GitHub repo, link in the description. Before going any further, I'll go ahead and bookmark this page for future reference. For the uninitiated, the .exe is for Windows, .deb for Linux, and .dmg is for macOS. We're going to download the .dmg for macOS. Once that's downloaded, let's go ahead and install it and let it do its thing, and keep a lookout for any firewall warnings we may need to accept. And fantastic, now it's installed. Let's clean up our space and run Aust's one-click node. If you don't see it, just search for it in the Explorer, and if desired, pin it to the taskbar. When you open the node, you'll notice it begins syncing with Algorand by default, and we have 3 lights on the left side giving us our status. But before you go AFK, let's also start syncing our node for Voi. I'll click on the gear icon at the bottom left, and then click Start Voi Test Node. This opens up a new window. For my setup, I needed to change the port address due to a conflict. Going back to the main window, we can see that we are now syncing for both Algorand and Voi. If you only want to provide a node for Voi, you can exit out of the Algorand window now, or if you only want to do Algorand, you can exit out of the Voi window at this point as well. Depending on your internet speeds and connection, it can take between 2 to 5 hours to fully sync. Alright, I'll see you when you're done. Welcome back. Hopefully you're feeling well rested and Bitcoin's having a green day today. If your nodes are finished syncing blocks, let's go ahead and connect our wallet. I'll start with Voi, but you only need to do this for the nodes you are planning to run, and we will get to the Algorand side of this towards the end of the video. Also note, you can use separate wallets or the same wallet for this. However, we do not recommend using any wallet holding anything of value for the Voi testnet. So if you plan to do both, please use separate wallet addresses. From the main window, I'll click on the wallet button and then click Connect. A dfly connect prompt will pop up, and below the QR code, click Copy. If you haven't already, go back to awallet.net in your browser and log back in, making sure you're connected to the Voi testnet. Once you've done that, then go to List My Accounts, click on your wallet, the Wallet Connect button, and paste the Wallet Connect link in the fill area and click Connect. you should immediately see a session added pop-up, as well as a session populate in the list below. Going back to Aust's one-click node, if we click on the Add Account button, you can see we are connected. At this point, let's also add in our wallet address into the View field so we can watch this wallet as well. We're ready to generate keys. This usually takes about 2 to 3 minutes and is a signature your wallet creates that allows it to produce and validate blocks in the node. While we wait, use this opportunity to set a calendar reminder. You will need to regenerate these keys every 2 million blocks, which equates to roughly 2.5 months. I'll be setting my calendar to remind me every 2 months to come back and regenerate my Voi keys. When the time comes, you can find this option behind the gear icon at the middle right side of the main window. Once that's finished, click Go Online and it will prompt you to sign a transaction and then send it back to the dApp. If a wallet is closed during this process, log in, reconnect if necessary, and resend the transaction from Aust's one-click node. Very nice! At this point, we are now able to participate in consensus, but we aren't done yet. As our next step, let's get our GUID. This can be found in the settings page just below Telemetry. By navigating to that spot in our directory, we can find the file we're looking for, logging.config. This can be done by copying the directory, going to Finder, and typing Command-Shift-G and pasting that into the File Explorer window that pops up. A quick note on macOS. If you are navigating manually and running into issues finding some of the folders in this directory, such as library or app data, you may need to right-click in that folder and allow viewing of hidden folders. Now that we've found the logging.config file, let's open it in the text edit application. Here, I'll copy the GUID, and I'm going to paste this into the notepad and save it with our wallet address for ease of finding in the future, as we will use this in later steps. As a precaution, this full GUID is not something you want to be sharing publicly. It could give people the ability to spoof your node and damage your health score. Next, let's set up our telemetry key in the settings page. You will need this to get testnet rewards. Here, you have two options. First, you can just type in the name you prefer and hit the Enable Telemetry button. Or, if you want to get spicy, you can add an NFD. This is a non-fungible domain on Algorand. Adding an NFD is mainly for the sake of vanity, but something many people want to do, and an integration that may have more use cases in the future. To show you how to do that, let's go to the NFD website, link in the description. Here, I'm going to connect my Algorand wallet, and it doesn't matter which one it is. When I'm done, I can go to the Mint tab and choose to mint an NFD segment like this one by including .voi at the end. Or I can mint one with anything I want or buy one from the marketplace. Once you have an NFD, in my case, I'll choose one I already own, go to your account, and manage NFDs. Here I'll choose an NFD I own. Then click Manage, go to the Unverified tab, and paste your Voi address into the Algorand address text field, and sign with the Algorand wallet you logged in with. Realize this isn't changing the wallet the NFT is held in, just associating it with my Voi address, even if we're associating it via that address on Algorand. Alright, I'll copy my NFT name, and if we now go back to Aust's one-click node, we can add the NFD into our telemetry by pasting it in and clicking Enable Telemetry. Now is a good opportunity to see if the Voi network recognizes us as being online. We can do this by going to C. Sweener's Voi Proposer data on GitHub, link in the description. And I'll go ahead and bookmark this page while we're here. Next, I'll navigate to the Hour tab and go back to our notepad and copy the first part of our GUID. Going back to the browser, hit Command F for find, and paste it in to find our node. Look at that! We're also confirmed that we're online and can see information about our node, such as liveliness score, network health score, and other metrics. But for now, we have the confirmation we were looking for, as well as the page bookmarked for future reference. At this point, we will need to leave our node running for at least 12 hours before we are eligible for the next faucet of 550 Voi to start running our node. While we are waiting, let's go ahead and set up the Algorand node because I also want a participation node for Algorand. Do note that if you want to run an Algorand node, you will need to have some algo in that wallet, and you should be using a separate wallet from the one we are using to validate on Voi. This is a much simpler process to set up, and likewise, once Voi comes out of testnet, it will be as well. The main reason for complexity currently in setting up a Voi node is due to the testnet rewards. When Voi comes out as mainnet, this will be far simpler. Let's go to the Algorand window of Aust's one-click node. I'll also put this on dark mode so you can tell them apart. Click Add Account and connect your wallet. You can do this with any current Algorand wallet like Para or dfly. I will continue using a wallet for the purpose of demonstration. Then click Generate Keys. This will take between 2 to 5 minutes to complete. While we are waiting, let's go ahead and set a calendar reminder to renew our Algorand keys. The recommendation is every 268,000 blocks, which equates to roughly every 2 weeks. When the keys are done generating, click Go Online and sign the transaction in your Algorand wallet. And that's it. As long as that wallet contains at least one Algorand, you will be able to participate in consensus. Okay, and that's it. At this point, have a good night's rest. I'll see you in roughly 12 hours so we can finish setting up our Voi node. Welcome back. At this point, your Voi node should have been running for at least 12 hours, and if the process doesn't work, give it 24 hours and try again. First, let's navigate to the Voi Discord and go to the Token Faucet Log channel. Type in /faucet and you'll get an auto prompt for Voi Testnet Faucet with an address fill. Select that and paste in your Voi address. This time, however, we also want to select the +1 and GUID. Copy the first 2 parts of your GUID and paste them into this additional text prompt and click Enter. Once we finish the CAPTCHA, click OK, and we should get a message that we've been topped off with 550 Voi. If you get another message saying you have an insufficient liveness score, make sure your node is running and come back in 12 more hours. But since we were able to claim the faucet, let's go ahead and check it on a Voi Explorer. And look at that, we have it. I can also see it now displays on Aust's one-click node as well. At this point, we are now done. That said, let's go through a few best practices you will want to know as you continue to run your node. First, make sure you set a calendar reminder to regenerate your keys. You will lose your ability to provide consensus if these expire. It's every 2 months for Voi and every 2 weeks for Algorand. Second, be on the lookout for updates to Aust's one-click node. If you want to update your node, go to your Windows and click Stop. The most proper way to stop your node is to click Go Offline, sign a transaction, and then wait 16 minutes for all 320 blocks to pass. It is recommended, if you're going to take longer than a minute or 2, to actually go through the proper process and go offline. and then, to ensure everything is off, hit Option-Command-Escape and force quit if necessary. Then I'm going to Aust's one-click node repository to download the updated DMG file, opening it and then dragging it into the Applications folder from the window that popped up. In my case, I also have to confirm my account. And voila! We're up and running again from where we left off in roughly a minute. Third, the primary way to check on your node and its ability to gain rewards is by your health score, which can easily be viewed with C. Sweener's website, as well as Bo's website. But overall, your uptime, account balance, and proposed blocks are all factors that determine rewards distributed weekly and bi-weekly. And finally, make sure to keep up with the Discord, and feel free to ask any questions not covered in this video in the Node Help Forum. And that's all for this video. Super Synapse logging out.